Should Dabo give Kelly Bryant a championship ring?
Without a doubt, Dabo should give Kelly Bryant a championship ring. Dabo is being what we like to call petty. If I was Dabo, I would say, you know what, Kelly, thank you. Thank you for bailing me out against Texas A&M so I could go to the national championship in 2019. Thank you. Thank you for leading me to a ship in 2018. And most of all, people, I would be saying thank you. Thank you for helping me get a 10-year, $93 million contract. Because without the championship in 18, without that appearance, without the championship game in 19, Dabo is not the Dabo that we all have grown to know and love. And lastly, I got my national championship ring from 09 appraised. The ring I received for going to that game, it's worth $463. You telling me Kelly Bryant ain't worth $463? Come on, people.
$463.
You want this, Ryan? You want this? You want to get Adam? Go.
Acho, bro, I wanted you to come on here because I thought you were going to talk with some sense. So when they told me you could get to a studio, I was like, cool, Acho's going to come on here and he's going to make some sense of this thing. And you say 100% he should get it? 0%. Absolutely not. Now, here's what Dabo did. Dabo did the good dude thing and said, you know what? We're going to go with Trevor Lawrence. And they told him early enough to allow him to go to Missouri and get another opportunity to play the game he loves, which may put him in the NFL. So that's how we said, thank you, Kelly Bryant, for 2018. That's how we said, thank you, Kelly Bryant, for starting off this season. But we're going in a different direction. He didn't do the turd thing or the bad guy thing and still have him as a backup on the team so he could use him when he needed to. Matter of fact, he went into Syracuse, right, with just one scholarship quarterback or just one guy who he knew he could play. Trevor Lawrence goes down, and he has to win that game with Bryce. So he wasn't worried about the rest of the season more than he was worried about doing a solid for Kelly Bryant.
Thank you, Ryan.
And then,
no. You
listen,
said a solid?
In the league, right? You know why you get to get a ring if you was on the team? Because you might have been waived, or you might have been picked up off a practice squad, or even if you were cut, you get a ring because that wasn't your choice.
Exactly. I don't
you
even
ain't
need to do
made
this.
that choice.
Preach.
Kelly Bryant made the choice. Kelly Bryant said, you know what, Dabo? I don't want no ring. I want to start.
And as a college athlete, though, fellas, y'all know as a college athlete, you don't get to make the choice. Think about all the coaches that before their bowl game, they go on essentially dates with other universities, auditioning for head coaching jobs. That's all they're doing. But when they win their bowl game, they still get a ring. Kelly Bryant actually saved Clemson last year against A&M. Let's not forget.
You're talking about something different.
Now, Emmanuel, let me get in. You're 100% wrong. Ryan is exactly right. See, first of all, Kelly Bryant made the decision to go. He wasn't traded. He wasn't cut. He wasn't injured. He was given the choice. Emmanuel, he had to because he lost the job. That's how it works in sports. You lost the job. And I 100% want to underline what Ryan said. Dabo already did him the solid. He did it the way that was best for Kelly Bryant, not for the team, by letting him go in time for the transfer.
Let's
he
talk
let
about
him
it,
go
though,
when
Will.
he could actually do what was best for Kelly, not the team. Kelly's choice hurt the team.
Kelly Bryant was getting used. Let's be frank. Trevor Lawrence started the second half of the A&M game. Dabo didn't want to start Kelly. Only reason Kelly went in is because Trevor struggled. Then Kelly went in and had 2 touchdowns in under 5 minutes to put them up by 15 points. So if we want to be honest, let's call a spade a spade. Kelly was being used out there just like Jalen Hurts got used at Alabama to bail them out to help them go to another national championship.
In that way,
Dabo wasn't looking out for Kelly.
That's best man wins the job
and
stuff.
Also, too, Trevor Lawrence is being used. All of these kids are being used because they're not getting paid. We all talk about these other things that happen to these college athletes. We're focused in on this one conversation, this one situation. And I'm going to tell you the other part about it that's actually away from whether Dabo Swinney should give him the ring. Kelly Bryant shouldn't want the ring.
Exactly.
That's a different story. That's a different story.
That I do not look at. You know why? Because I was there. I have the memories. And no matter how many rings he gets, how many participation certificates he would get, he doesn't have the memories of leading this team to the championship because when it was his turn,
he wasn't on the team.
The reason Trevor Lawrence is there is because when he stood across from Alabama, It didn't look like that.
Y'all
He
just
couldn't score
covered
points.
y'all just covered the preseason, correct? If Kelly Bryant would have stayed at Clemson, you want to know what we would have been talking about now? Maybe Kelly Bryant is a third-string quarterback who just finished playing for the Cleveland Browns or the Cardinals. Maybe, but more than likely, a backup to a freshman is not making it to the league. Ryan, you've been in the league. You've been there. Will, you've covered it for several years. You're not trying to be a backup in
Kelly
your last
Bryant did the
year
right
of
thing.
college.
No,
Give him
Kelly
the
Bryant-
opportunity to do.
Acho, he did the right thing.
None of us here, clearly from what Ryan's saying right here, none of us here begrudge Kelly Bryant
He was
transferring
supposed to
away from
leave.
Clemson. By the way, I don't know that that was the best decision for him, but that's what he thought was the best decision for him. And when he made that choice, Emmanuel, he left behind the opportunity to get the ring. He also left
Will,
behind
let me
the
ask you
cost.
this.
Hey, hold
Will,
on.
let me ask you this.
Let me finish really quick. He left behind the situation you just described, right? He left
Yep.
behind the negative situation of having to be a backup to a freshman. But he also left behind the positive situation of getting a ring. Life has consequences. Choices
It
has
does.
consequences. And this is one of the consequences for Kelly Bryant.
But let's talk this, because to me, this is the most pivotal point. Kelly Bryant did significantly more for that team than probably 60 of the other 105 or so players on that roster. There are what you call hamburger eaters in college football. Those are the guys that travel on the road, and Ryan, you know it. You go on the road trips, you don't play the game, and all you do is you eat the food. Kelly Bryant wasn't a hamburger eater. He was the starting quarterback for the first 4 games. I think Dabo, if nothing else, just as a little token of appreciation for the last year and a half, just here, you deserve this, Kelly. I'm not sitting here saying that he didn't choose to leave. I don't disagree with y'all fellas. But the third-string linebacker that's barely passing class, that's missing scout team reps, he's getting a ring. But Kelly Bryant,
talking about why does he have to be? Why does the third team linebacker have to be both stupid and lazy? Like, how do you pick that guy to compare to Kelly Bryant?
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.